David, there have been some scenarios in recent years where players have been penalised when their ball has moved on the green when quite clearly they've had nothing to do with it. The fact they've addressed it has caused their penalty. But I understand there's good news now for players on that front.
Yes, we were particularly aware of this problem at a very windy Open Championship in 2008. And the rule at that time was that if you've addressed the ball and the ball moves, irrespective of why that may be, the player is penalised and the ball is put back. And we had a number of incidents in 2008. There was a famous case with Padraig Harrington at the 2009 Masters and even at this year's Open Championship at St George's. So what we've said is that there is now an exception to that rule, that if it is known or virtually certain that something else has caused the ball to move, the most obvious case is the wind, then the player will not be penalised, but the ball will be played from its new position. But
there is still a need to stress that that's not carte blanche just for the ball to move and that you're completely exonerated on every occasion.
No, that's exactly right. So the rule that if the ball moves after address remains. So if you can't explain why that has happened, if there's nothing obvious behind that, then the player is going to be assumed to have caused it, and there will be a penalty.
Another key change this time is regarding bunkers and the fact that you can now do a bit of tidying work before you play for a bunker, or if you've played from one into another, you can tidy the one you've just played out of without penalty. What brought that about?
Well, Rule 13.4, which is the rule we're talking about, has always been somewhat complex, but what it has done is it's prohibited players from tidying the bunker that their ball is in before they play their first stroke. And there have been a number of situations where perhaps someone's retrieving a rake and therefore creates a footprint to then play a ball from another part of the same bunker. It's of no relevance. It doesn't help them at all. So we felt that it was appropriate to allow that raking to take place. It may be by the player, it may be by the player's caddy. So what the new rule says is, provided the lie of the ball is not improved and provided the line of play for the next stroke is not improved, then tidying up the bunker for a kind of courtesy of the course reason is now allowed.
And there's an element of common sense there as well, maybe, with getting pace of play?
Absolutely. Pace of play is a recurring theme that we're trying to improve, and we're also trying to remove any sort of technical, unnecessary penalties, so this falls into that category.